We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Rodgers will try again on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And here's Jones again on second down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hall again on 2nd down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now White. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down at 15 after the false start. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now White. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ty Johnson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 26. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. An inside give to Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, it's Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point try now for Crosby. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on second down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. White. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff. Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Hall. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
To throw, White sliding out of the pocket. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball up.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll go with Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. In motion right comes Cobb. Now Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Cobb in motion right. Back to throw, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Jets. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Hall to start the drive. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, White. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's White. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive. Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Eckler again. And so look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 81 yards. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Herbert. Dancing to his left. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On first down, it's White. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. White. He finds Corey Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. White looks to throw, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, White. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's White, rolling to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, White. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
To throw on 2nd and 10, White. And this is caught at the 8. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Hall again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 25 on second down. Herbert finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From the 38, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Watch the run. Watch the run. Tighten up.
Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. A first down carry here for Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 5. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to work. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. They find some open field here. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to a 5-point game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Up the middle with Eckler. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A toss left side for Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A give up the middle to Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Out of the gun, it's White. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
White now throwing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. A give, Eckler running to the right. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes left side. 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick-6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Flushed out right to Guyton. On the move past the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Herbert steps away. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. 2nd down at 5. Herbert going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like... Yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. In the 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And it is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Now Hall to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 54 yards. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Again, it's Ricard, the fullback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 65 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the toss, it's Hall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now White. Flush to his right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Hall again on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. dance with what brung you.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On 4th down, White. Touchdown! James Robinson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Another carry for the fullback, Ricard. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Patrick Ricard as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 15. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. And Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second and 11 now. White, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Easy. Tuck. Let's go.
Here's Wilson to throw right away. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wilson. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okwuegbunam, 37 yards. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Check. Lucky. Big gap. Check 24. Switch. Check. Cross. 49. Check 49.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. White. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now White with a 1st down throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Here we go with Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Ty Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And the Jets have got it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, Those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now White. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here we go with Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Down inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, White. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. White's throw going to be caught by Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll run with Hall. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, it's White. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Jets have got it. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. White. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. White looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now Wilson on first down.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Final minute now of the third quarter. From the 39, Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They run it again with Williams. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
Here's White. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Edmonds running out of the shotgun and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. And score points and lock this game down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them, not necessarily what you're looking to.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. Now Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And the Jets have got it. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. To throw, White. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, White. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. Touchdown! Corey Davis, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, nothing changes there with that final touchdown.
but it did beat the buzzer nonetheless.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this. This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And some space here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Naeem Hines, 62 yards. And the Bills need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 12. White. They'll roll him out right. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. From the shotgun, here's White, rolling to his right, completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just shy of midfield, White. Again, it's Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Knight. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Here's White on first down. Flushed out right. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 27, White escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Here we go with Johnson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. White. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th, eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun, it's White. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. to the air. Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. White on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw is White. Throwing on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now White. A final shot before break. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. White now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. White now on 1st down. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. This is Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 98 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Third down, here's a run by Cook. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hines. More yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run again with Hines. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Watch the safety Cray. Check 31, check 31. No.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. It's caught by Davis. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Back to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Singletary trying the left side.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Diggs going in motion right. They run with Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now it's Hines. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 17 yards there on the touchdown run. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now White. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. White. They'll roll him out right. Caught right side, Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A give up the middle to Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Again, it's Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. 4 yards there on the touchdown run. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. but I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 161 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Allen. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, Hines. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. So he's able to take it in from 3 yards out. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it?